Hello everyone and welcome to yet another episode of the Recreation Rundown. My name is Jonathan Krawchuk, station manager at Culpeper Media Network, but that is not the location in which we are filming today. We welcome you once again to our Culpeper County Fieldhouse, and quite the bustling activity today. Behind us we have preschool playtime. In the back we have the Silver Club meeting, and of course, more importantly, we are joined by this wonderful young lady by the name of Holly Binkert. Holly, it is a pleasure to see you, and as athletics manager, I believe that is your title?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Sure.
I believe the first time we met, it was like 2 lines of a lot of words. I'm glad they kind of shortened it up.
Yeah.
So Holly, how are you today?
Good. It's good to see you.
It is good to see you too. It's been a long while. We've, we had the holidays, and here we are back in the swing of things. But if you could, tell me about what's been going on with you, with the facility, with what's going on. There's a lot, I know, but I'll throw you that softball question.
I better hit it out of the park. I'm scared. We're in our busy season right now. Mm-hmm. So we just rolled out birthday party packages. So we'll talk about that in just a little bit. Those are, they've been a hit with the community. So we'll get into that a little bit. We just started practices for our middle school volleyball league last night. We're taking signups for a high school volleyball league in April, and then we've got signups for the summer volleyball league too. So,
wait, didn't you do some work? Wasn't some work done to the gym dealing with volleyball lately?
Yeah, so we actually just drilled for a second court, so now we can run 2 practices and 2 events at the same time. So, and
I'm assuming this is where the prevalence of the middle school volleyball league and the high school volleyball league is coming from?
Yes. Last night we were running 2 practices at once, which is a blessing. So we're not trying to get 6 teams practicing in one gym. So it's nice.
Well, it's one of the things. There are a lot of sports we had talked about over the years. We've talked about the upcoming or the prevalence of disc golf that has come up, especially through Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
And then we talked about pickleball, which coming up through Parks and Rec. And it seems as though volleyball is, I would say, and correct me if I'm wrong, almost a resurgence lately.
Yeah, I mean, there really hasn't been too much going on with volleyball, especially for the youth in Culpeper. So once we started this league, it's booming. So we've got 6 teams for the middle school league for the winter. Mm-hmm. And then we've got open to 8 teams in the summer. So, yeah. You're
going to be a little bit busy.
Nothing new. It's all good.
Nothing new. Now, I love the fact, I love filming here because folks get to see how busy this place is. And we talk about the teams with the middle school volleyball league and the high school volleyball league. If someone's interested in learning more about those volleyball leagues, where would you point them?
We're always posting stuff on our Facebook every day. You can come in and ask the front desk staff. You can come in and you can play open volleyball on Sundays we've got right now. Give us a call at 540-727-3412. If you're interested, reach out and we'll get you signed up.
I was actually just yesterday, I was looking for the court schedule, hopped online. It was amazing the amount of information available on the website. And I know you guys reach out with the community constantly via Facebook. So I really, if anyone is looking for anything, all they have to do, as you mentioned, is just reach out because it's right there at your fingertips.
Yeah.
All right, now speaking at your fingertips, I noticed when I was here before the holiday, we had a birthday party for a friend's little girl. Mm-hmm. And what a blast it was. We briefly spoke about it at the last episode, but here we are, the busy season, folks are staying indoors, especially when you have those December, January birthdays.
Yes.
So talk to me a little bit more about these birthday parties, because I know when we came, there were snow cones, there was popcorn, there was all sorts of fun stuff. So talk to me about this.
Yeah, so recently we just started a few different birthday package choices. So we've got the champion package, which is really, you get the gym and you and your friends can, whatever sport you're into, mm-hmm. we can set up for you. Volleyball, basketball, football, whatever. We've got the Nerf package. That's a super popular one. So we've got Nerf blasters and ammo and all of that stuff available. So basically we just put up barriers in the gym and people go wild. The parents get to shoot at their kids and they love it probably more than the kids do. And then we've got the tumble package too. So for our littler guys, we'll set up all the tumbling equipment, put some music on. And then we've got some add-on things. So if your kids are into video games, we've got video game systems that they could add on. We've got snow cone machine, we've got popcorn machine. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, but lots of options, and people have been taking advantage of it, and we're really seeing those jump up. So if you're interested in birthday parties, please reach out. We are booking 45 days out right now.
45 days out?
Yes. So please make sure if you're looking at birthday parties in the next few months that you give us a call right away so that hopefully it's not booked already.
That's incredible, especially the Nerf package. I think you hit the nail on the head. It's a twofold thing. One, parents get to finally shoot back at the kids. But then also, I don't believe they have to pick up the little darts, right?
Nope, my poor staff does that, but they're very gracious about it. So no, it's been a cool package to roll out.
That sounds wonderful. Now, Holly, there really is a lot going on. Is there anything in particular that we haven't had the opportunity to talk with you with, or is there anything that you want to make sure that we leave the folks with today?
Honestly, I think the best thing I'd like to chat about is we've got our Silver Club here every Wednesday. So if you're a senior, you're looking to get some interactions with others. We've got activities every week that rotate. We've done pickleball before. We're looking at some bocce stuff. They've got bingo, just different things every week. And then we've got our preschool playtime Wednesday and Friday. We've got that every Wednesday, Friday. So that's another thing for interaction for our young toddlers, that parents get interaction and then the kids get interaction. So come check it out.
And one of the things that we've said constantly and that I love is that whatever the community is looking for, all they have to do is voice their concerns, and you guys do your best to make sure it happens.
Yeah, I mean, any idea is a good idea, so reach out and we'll do the best we can to come up with something for everybody.
All right. Holly, thank you for your time. It's always a pleasure to talk with you.
Yeah, see you soon.
Well, continuing on with the Recreation Rundown, we are joined by a welcoming face, a recreation aide, and one of the first people you see when you walk into the field house, and that is Summer Koontz. Summer, first off, it is a pleasure to see you.
It's nice to see you too.
Now, every time I come in here, you're always behind the desk,
Yes,
and
sir.
your unbelievably bubbly personality comes out with every single person that comes in.
Oh, thank you.
So before we continue on, I'm curious, when we say registration aide, what exactly do you do at the field house?
Right, so I'm in charge of everything in the front desk as far as memberships, anything that goes on in the gym, signing people up for activities and programs, and changing things out in the gym. So if we're going from basketball to volleyball, then I take all the basketballs away and then I set volleyball up.
So basically what you're telling me is that you make everything happen, correct?
Yeah, I guess so, pretty much.
I will make sure to tell Andrew just that.
Oh, gosh.
And that you need a significant raise.
Hey, I'll take it.
Now, one of the things, when we were talking with Holly just a moment ago, you were in the wings, and one of the programs that I have heard about and that folks are excited about is this unified cheer program. A little birdie told me that you have a little bit to do with that.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's been so amazing to be a part of it, and I'm so grateful that I was able to help out with it. So our unified cheerleading program is called Cheer for All, and it's for individuals 8 years and older with and without disabilities. And at Cheer for All, we teach them the fundamentals of cheerleading and how to work together as a team. And Cheer for All really brings our vision of reimagining recreation to life and sending out that message to the Culpeper County community that we want to break down the stereotypes for people with disabilities because they just have such limited opportunities, and we want to expand that for them and show them that they can be a cheerleader or a basketball player or a guitar player or an arts and crafts enthusiast, whatever they want to be. And I think Cheer for All is going to be an amazing step forward for that. So.
And one of the things I want to make sure that I reiterate not only to you but also to the folks who happen to see this is that you had the opportunity, my daughters both took cheer here.
Oh, awesome.
And they absolutely loved it.
Oh, that's so great.
And I have not seen many people interact with kids to a level that you do. You do a fantastic job.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
They loved coming in here, and I know that anybody who comes with this Cheer for All program is going to have a fantastic time.
Thank you so much.
So where did the idea come from? Where did this come about? I know we talked with Holly about inclusive recreation, but is this from a specific idea of yours or somebody else's, or just one of the things that you're looking to make the community a better place?
Yeah, absolutely. So Holly actually brought it to my attention, and I was wanting to work more in depth with Holly and Andrew and kind of get more into all of the nitty-gritty things that they do as far as coordinating programs and whatnot. And they were like, well, we have a great program coming up that's in partnership with ESPN and Special Olympics, and we think that you would be perfect for it as far as a unified cheerleading team. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is made for me. I would love to help out with that. And I think that's really where it was born, and I've just loved being able to be a part of everything and help coordinate it all. And it's just been such an amazing ride.
So, are there special criteria? How does one get more information about the program? How does one sign up?
Yeah, absolutely. So anybody can be a part of the program, anybody that's 8 years and older. And then you can look for our program. We're going to be starting our new season this coming August, and we're going to be running all the way through to June 1st for our showcase. And anybody can go online or call on the phone, and we'd be more than happy to help out with that.
Well, again, I thank you for taking the time to talk with us. It's an exciting program, and with you working on it, I'm sure it's going to be quite the success.
Thank you so much.
Well, folks, as we continue on with this recreation rundown, it wouldn't be a rundown without Programs and Facility Supervisor, Ms. Tabitha Riley. Tabitha, first off, it is a pleasure to see you once again. Hey, how were your holidays? I haven't seen you in so long.
Oh, I know. It's a pleasure to see you again. Holidays were great. Got to spend time with family and just a really good time, a little bit of time off. So
you were leading up, we were literally talking about Christmas, I think, all year last year, because you're a big Christmas fan.
I've already got Santa Claus booked for this year.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
I've got Santa Claus, letters from Santa Claus already planned. It's in the computer. I'm ready for Christmas.
But was your Christmas everything you had planned for
Of
it
course.
to be? I know it was.
Christmas always is. As
I
long as I
know.
get to spend it with my family, I'm happy.
Exactly. So, when we were talking with Holly and we talked about being into the busy season, I'm assuming that's because a lot of folks are coming indoors for their recreation outlet.
Yep. And it's nice to have an indoor facility for people to come into.
And especially one such as this.
Right.
It's fantastic. And normally when we film, we don't film in a loud environment.
Right.
But I feel that it is important that folks understand how busy and inclusive this facility is.
Yes.
And this morning is a perfect example. Preschool playtime behind us, the Silver Club meeting in the back.
Yes.
From 8 to 99 or 3 to 99, you guys have something for everybody.
Absolutely.
And in fact, as we talk about some of the programs, the winter programs going on right now, I would appreciate if you could tell me some of those that we have for you.
Well, you know me, I brought my cheat sheet.
I love the cheat sheet.
So we've got some great ongoing programs. So we've got our guitar and ukulele classes that are getting ready to start up. Those start the beginning of March. We've got our pickleball classes that are ongoing. We've got some round robin tournaments. You signing up and coming out to play?
Of course.
There you go. We've got our basketball clinics, which are for ages 6 to 8, 9 to 10, and 11 to 13. So those meet once a week. Our department staff teaches those. We've got our horseback riding classes that'll start February and March. We've got 2 4-week sessions scheduled.
How do you fit the horses in here?
You're so funny. No, they are not allowed in the building.
Oh, okay.
So hooves, gym floor wouldn't work
Not a
well.
good combo.
No, a little too slick for the
Little
horses.
bit.
So those are actually on site at Misty Run Eventing. And we've got a class for 4 to 6-year-olds, a pony riding class. Then we've got 7 to 17 and 18 and up. So depending on what age you are, we've got a horseback riding class for everybody. No previous experience is required. The pony riding class, an adult does have to accompany the child to lead the horse. And then we've got some really awesome new classes.
What new classes?
New classes. The one I'm actually signed up for is a crocheting class to crochet a little baby octopus. He's absolutely adorable. He's got little legs and little grumpy eyes, and he's absolutely adorable. So,
Sounds like me.
and the instructor provides all the supplies. No crocheting experience is required. So, and at the end of class, you have a little baby octopus to take home, and he's squishy. Simple things amuse me.
Yeah, you and me both. You and me both.
We also have another one I'm really interested in is organizing your home and finances. So Miss Lindsay Bennington of Home and Tack Organization and Gretchen Franti of Thrivent Financial are pairing together to teach a class on how to get your house organized and how to get your finances organized. So it's a one-day workshop. It's a hour-and-a-half class, so quick in and out, but great information on just simple things you never think about. How to make your house a little more organized and more functional. Clutter makes everybody frustrated.
It's one of those things you feel like you need to address.
Right.
In the winter, and then of course in the spring.
Right.
Yeah.
And where do I start?
Yeah.
Lindsay and Gretchen are going to give you some tips and pointers on where to start. So that's going to be a great class. We've got how to learn American Sign Language. So our instructor is it's a 4-week class and basics of what you need to be able to communicate in American Sign Language. We've got our Zumba classes. Another new class is Introduction to Kidding Around Yoga. We've got a class for 4 and 5-year-olds, and then also in March a class for 10 to 12-year-olds.
Okay.
And it's a fun kids yoga class with games and stories, and they do yoga with the games and stories, and they don't know they're doing yoga. So it's a really fun class. And then we've got our child and babysitter safety classes, which is really good for the young teens that are going to be looking for babysitting jobs this summer. It teaches them, it doesn't include CPR first aid certification, so they'd want to also take those classes, but it does give them instruction and the knowledge on how to deal with the kids, discipline issues, what to do, how to deal with the parents, what questions you need to ask the parents so you know how to effectively handle and interact with the kids, and basics on business. So it's a really good introductory class. Even if you don't want to get into babysitting, it's a good introductory first job skills class as well. And then another new instructor is Claudia Nassif. She is doing floral cupcakes. She's doing a Valentine's class and a St. Patty's Day class. So teaching you how to decorate cupcakes. Transformational Tuesdays. This is a really cool class. It's for 50 and up. And stress relief, how to manage stress, how to deal with all the anxiety that comes with day-to-day dealing with doctors, dealing with bills, dealing with watching the news, all that stuff. And then for the little ones, we've got our open tumbling, which takes place in the aerobics studio. And that's just February.
One of the things we've mentioned a number of times on the program is that these are, the offerings are plentiful, and there's a lot going on for everybody, every single age group. But there's even more available as well.
Correct.
What is the best way to find out the listing of every single program that you offer and how I can participate?
So the best way is to our website, culpeperrecreation.com. Middle of the page is a yellow icon that says online registration. Click on that. That's going to take you to a full listing of every program we have. It's actually going to show you programs that are coming up in the future that are not open for registration yet, but you can put them on your wish list, and then the software will send you a reminder when registration opens. So if you see those letters from Santa that registration doesn't open until August and you want to make sure you sign up for your girls, you can click the little heart at the top, and then in August you'll get a reminder saying, hey, registration is open for this.
That's pretty smart. I like that a lot. Now, again, when we talk about all these offerings, and there are so many that I personally want to take, and I know other folks want to take, but there are, I'm sure, a few people who'll be like, hey, listen, I really like to do that.
Absolutely.
I just can't for whatever reason.
Right.
But that's one of the things that we've talked about in past episodes. How do we make that happen?
So we make that happen by the county and the Culpeper Recreation Foundation have come together and created the Access for All scholarship program. So, and it's really simple to apply. It is a one-page application. Currently, it is based on federal SNAP guidelines. We're getting ready to look at reevaluating that.
Okay.
Because we are actually not getting as many applications as we anticipated. So I think even federal SNAP guidelines may be a little too high. So we're going to be reevaluating that and seeing if we can adjust it to make it more Culpeper specific based on Culpeper's average incomes and where people need assistance at. But it's a one-page application. I just need to see a copy of state tax returns to confirm you're a Culpeper resident, because you have to live in Culpeper. And then federal tax return just to verify how many people in your household and income levels for right now. Don't have to keep them, I just need to look at them. You can email them to me, I delete it, or you bring it by, I look at it, give them back to you. And then it's $50 a person in your household up to $300. And those funds can be used for any program that we offer.
And then again, for more information,
For
or
more
to begin that
information,
process.
yep, just reach out to me directly at triley@culpepercounty.gov. Phone number is 540-727-3412, or it's also on our website at culpeperrecreation.com, and then also Facebook, Instagram, Culpeper County Parks and Recreation.
Okay. Now, Tabitha, I appreciate you giving us the rundown of all these programs and all its happenings. But again, I would be remiss if I did not mention once again the work that you all do throughout the year and have continued to do. And I think I may sound like a broken record, but I don't mind, because we're talking about new programs based upon feedback from the community.
Correct.
We're talking about new instructors who are bringing their skills to our community.
Correct.
We're talking about a continuation of partnerships. We talked about the horse riding. We talked about the new classes in partnership with individuals. And we're talking about reimagining recreation based upon the community needs. We're talking about access for all.
Correct.
And that is, again, as you just mentioned, Culpeper specific.
Correct.
And I think really what hits the nail on the head is that you guys started this program to give access to all.
Correct.
And then you wanted to make sure that it is not only possible, but more possible for Culpeper residents.
Correct.
And I think each one of these aspects and the continuation, or the evolution, I think would be a better word, of recreation through Culpeper County Parks and Recreation is really, it's incredible to me. And it is an amazing opportunity for our community.
Oh, very much so. And one thing, the Access for All, those funds can be used for memberships for this building.
Oh, really?
So you can get a family membership for a year and pretty much have the full cost covered. You may still have to make a small payment, which can be divided up into monthly payments. So, and there's family memberships, so you can bring your little one out to this, you can bring your teen out for basketball or soccer, bring yourself out for volleyball, whatever your desires are. So
I love it. I love it.
We are trying to make it accessible for everybody, because some of our classes are only $10, but sometimes $10 is the difference between having a meal on the table or not.
No.
So it's definitely near and dear to my heart. So.
Well, I continue to applaud you, the entire staff, for the work you do.
Oh, thank you.
And now, one thing I want to leave us with are some special events.
Yes.
Because every single time we talk, there's always something amazing coming around the corner.
And I've got them all planned out for this year.
I bet you do. I bet you do.
February 4th is going to be our winter market. It's our first indoor vendor market. We have 47 vendors scheduled to be here, from tea vendors to Scentsy to local Wagyu beef vendors. Yeah, tell me about it. I'm definitely going to be visiting that one. Candy vendors, crocheting. You've got a list. Hopefully it's on the screen right now. But yeah, we've got a ton of vendors, so definitely it's from noon to 4 on Sunday, February 4th. So if you're able to, come on out. We are doing the Wicked Bottom 5K and a 10K option this year.
Oh, I was looking to see if you were going to add a 10K. For me.
Absolutely. You ought to come out. And then, of course, the half-mile fun run. That is the first Saturday in May. I believe it's also May 4th. I haven't got that date memorized yet.
It's a few months out. We'll
It's a few months
give you
out.
some leeway.
Then we are also doing, so have you ever been up to, are you into automotive cars, stuff like that?
I drive one.
You drive one. Okay, so maybe not. You ever been up to Carlisle, Pennsylvania?
Oh, yeah, I have, actually.
Okay, so
years
there's an
ago.
automotive swap meet. We're doing Culpeper's Motorhead swap meet.
Oh, nice.
Bringing Carlisle to Culpeper. So Saturday, June 29th, and that's going to be an 8 to 4, and hopefully this entire parking lot is going to be filled with automotive, ATV, motorcycle, truck, farm tractor, and oil memorabilia vendors. I have 70-some vendor spaces available.
Oh, wow.
So, knock on wood, we're going to have a good turnout. We're just starting to market that one. So if you know of anybody who has a bunch of old automotive stuff that their wife is fussing at them about or their husband is fussing at them about, because ladies are mechanics too, that they need to get rid of, tell them we've got the location.
I can do that.
And then Saturday, July 27th is going to be our second annual summer sale. We had 80 vendors registered last year, and probably about 800 people came through visiting.
Oh, wow.
That is a 9 to 1 on Saturday, July 27th. And then, oh, I forgot. March.
I'm
Easter-
surprised you remembered half of what you're talking about. Let's be honest.
March 22nd is our annual Twilight Egg Extravagant Candy Hunt. Got to get that egg in there.
Yes, you have to. By
6
law.
to 8 p.m. And tons of vendors are going to be here also, or organizations providing activities. Then we've got the candy hunt on the fields. Then in October, we've got our Moonlight Halloween Candy Hunt, which is going to be Friday, October 18th. So everybody can put all this stuff on their calendar now and just book it in so you know where you got to be.
I love it. I love it. I love the fact that not only are you planning out the entire year, but that you remember all of it. It's incredible. Your Rolodex.
I've got to plan my vacation around my special events.
You actually get one?
Actually, I do. I'm actually getting 2 this year.
Get back.
I know.
I need to talk to my boss about that. Well, Tabitha, I'm excited that you're excited to bring so much to the community.
Thank you.
I mean, here we are just in January, and you already have a full list of things for February on through the year.
And Santa Claus is scheduled for December.
Well, I hope it's December.
Well, I might have them out in November. Who knows?
Just do a Christmas in July thing. Oh,
Actually.
gosh. I don't know why I just put that in your head.
Thank you.
Gosh darn it. Hey, whatever you choose to do, I'm sure it's going to be amazing.
There you go.
All right, so again, we have the contact information on the screen. Again, as we talked about, just reach out.
Absolutely.
There are so many opportunities for recreation, learning, just a multitude of opportunities for our Culpeper community.
And if you moved here from somewhere else and they had this fabulous recreation program that you loved and you don't see that we have it, let us know. Maybe we can replicate it. We can only come up with so many ideas. So granted, I case everything, copy and steal everything. So I'm always looking at other rec departments to see what they've got. So, but we love feedback. If you are willing to teach and share your expertise in your hobby, we'd love to talk to you as well.
Well, let's be honest. I think a lot of other recreation departments are probably casing yours.
Hopefully,
I think that
because
may be-
imitation is one of the greatest forms of flattery.
Indeed.
So-
indeed. All right. Well, again, Tabitha, thank you for taking
Thank
the time, and thank you for what you and your staff do every day.
Well, thank you. And Christmas in July.
I'm in trouble.
It's all his fault.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the end of this episode of the Recreation Rundown, it's time to finish with probably some of the most important information of the day. And joining us to talk about just that is Miss Serena Imel. Serena, first off, thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
How's your day going today?
Going great.
Glad to hear that. So one of the reasons we want to talk to you is a little clarification on what we spoke of with Tabitha earlier. But do me a favor. What classes do you teach here at the at the field house?
I teach CPR, first aid, and child and babysitting safety.
So kind of a trifecta of importance.
Yes.
So how did you garner these skills to be able to teach them to the community?
I've been a paramedic. I've been in EMS for 25 years. I've been a paramedic for about 20 of those years.
Wow.
And so I've learned all those skills and then decided after doing it myself for a few years that I could teach it. And then I developed a passion for teaching, and I've been doing that for about 18 years.
18 years, that's
Teaching.
incredible. So you probably taught all over.
I've taught quite a few places and different professions of people, and from roofers to other EMS providers and everything in between.
You know what I find fascinating about teaching CPR first aid is you're literally helping save lives with every person you teach.
So that's what I hope for.
Yeah. So we're talking about CPR and first aid classes. Can you talk to me about how they're structured with Parks and Rec?
Sure. So we put the classes on about 4 to 6 times per year. And you can take the CPR portion, which for infant, child, and adult is typically 4 hours. And then the first aid portion is 3 hours. So you can take just CPR, just first aid, or you can do the combo class, which actually offers you a discount of $20 if you take them both together at the same time. And then your certification comes with both on one card if you take them at the same time.
Interesting. So one of the classes that was mentioned earlier in the program was, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's babysitting?
Child and babysitting safety.
Child and babysitting safety. So talk to me a little bit about, what was mentioned before, but go a little more in depth about what is taught inside of that class.
Okay, so in child and babysitting safety, we call it CABS class. It covers the business part of babysitting and teaches young men and women from ages 11 on up how to start their own babysitting business. So it covers the business side of it, and then it covers all the semantics of actually caring for, how to care for babies, how to feed them, how to make formula, how to warm up breast milk, how to change diapers. It talks about outdoor safety, and then also the safety of the babysitter themselves, as well as when they're caring for the children. And it's a 6-hour class, and they get a certification card at the end, and they also get a packet that they can take home with them that gives them the forms to fill out when they meet new families and get all their information and the children's information, and then give the family their information in case of emergency. It's really an all-encompassing class. It's a great class.
I wish it was around when I was a little bit younger.
Right?
So when you're teaching this class, how many times have you taught this class?
Total in my career,
okay.
So I've been teaching that class. Actually, Parks and Rec is the first place here in Culpeper is the first place I ever taught it, and I've been teaching that class for Parks and Rec for probably at least 5 years.
Okay.
And we try and do them. We schedule them usually here in Culpeper when Culpeper has a day off of school, usually like a Friday when it's a teacher work day or something like that. And so it kind of gives parents a place to take their kids where they can also learn on their day off from school. So that's usually when we do them, is like Fridays on the days off for the school system.
Makes sense. Now, I'm curious, when you teach this class, do you ever have students where they have that aha moment, or like, I didn't even think about that, or parents have that as well?
So we have, I've had students who have zero experience whatsoever and have never changed a diaper in their life. And then students who've been doing it for a long time, and they do say sometimes, oh, I didn't know that. Or, oh, I've never warmed up breast milk before. I've only ever made formula, or, stuff like that. So yeah, definitely, all of the students really love the class, and I use actual like dolls, like the lifelike babies and stuff. And so they're actually, practicing with a real little person. So yeah, they definitely leave learning a lot of stuff.
I'm sure of it. And it seems to me that this is a course that obviously works with child, infant safety and stuff, but it teaches a little bit, it can be helpful in more aspects of a young person's life as well.
Definitely. Again, the safety aspect. So a lot of these kids have not had CPR or first aid class. So CABS touches a little bit on CPR and a little bit on first aid, but I always recommend that they go get those certifications as well. So then they're kind of rounded out as far as, parents looking at their resume, and it actually teaches them to make a resume also. And I say, you can include your CABS certification, and then if you get CPR and first aid, you'll have those as well to show parents so they feel like you're safe. And then they have those skills to take out and use in the world too.
Smart move, smart move. A great opportunity for kids to get a leg up as they move forward in their lives. One thing I did want to ask you is, we talked about the Access for All earlier with some of the recreation programs. Does Access for All also include the CABS class?
Yeah, CABS could pretty much be done by anybody, because you could do it if you were wheelchair bound. You could, I've actually had adults take it who were intellectually disabled. I had, it was actually here in Culpeper, I believe. I had a person who was 19 or 20, I think. And they did great in the class and learned a lot of stuff too. And that person wanted to also start babysitting and stuff like that. So yeah, I personally have a child who's autistic, and she took the class as well. And she's ready to get started too. So yeah, I love to be as inclusive as possible.
All right, so if I'm interested in learning more information regarding the class, start times, when it's coming up, what's the best way to go about it?
You could go on the Culpeper County Parks and Recreation website, and it's listed, and you can sign up just like everybody else does under all those. And I can't remember the name.
Oh, it's on the screen. It's on the screen.
Okay,
right now.
good. Thank goodness, because I can't remember the address. But yeah, that's how they do it.
All right. Well, again, I appreciate you taking time to talk with us today, and I appreciate you basically saving lives.
Thank you.
In fact, for the past 20 years or so.
Yeah, thank you.
Again, thanks so much. Well, folks, that does it for another episode of the Recreation Rundown. Thank you so much for joining us. And again, we want to thank all of our guests today for sharing the information. Don't forget, use the information on your screen to take advantage of all the opportunities that we've spoken about today. Don't forget, as we live here and play here, we do so with Culpeper County Parks and Recreation. Until we see you again at the field house or one of the other facilities around the county, you have yourselves a great day and, of course, a better tomorrow.